Welcome to Outdoor Oasis Ideas. Today we're going to explore the concept of designing a breathtaking flower bed in front of your house that exudes warmth and beauty. When it comes to creating a stunning flower bed, it's all about combining the right elements to create a harmonious balance. You want to consider the color palette, texture, and form of the flowers, as well as the overall aesthetic you're trying to achieve. For a front-of-house flower bed, you'll want to choose plants that are not only visually appealing, but also low maintenance and able to thrive in a variety of conditions. Creating a fragrant flower bed is like composing a symphony for the senses. It's not just about visual appeal. It's about crafting an experience that begins the moment someone approaches your home. Let's start with the basics. The key to a successful flower bed is careful planning. Before you even think about buying plants or digging up your lawn, you need to consider a few crucial factors. First, what's your climate like? Are you dealing with hot, dry summers or cool, wet winters? This will determine which plants will thrive in your flower bed. Start by assessing the amount of sunlight your front yard receives throughout the day. This will help determine which fragrant plants will thrive in your specific environment. Full sun areas open up a world of possibilities, from sun-loving roses to lavender and herbs. Shadier spots might call for fragrant, shade-tolerant plants like lily of the valley or sweet woodruff. Next, consider the overall style of your home and existing landscaping. A cottage-style house might pair beautifully with an informal, abundant flower bed bursting with fragrant blooms. In contrast, a more modern home might benefit from a sleeker, more structured arrangement of aromatic plants. Now let's talk about plant selection. When it comes to fragrant flowers, there's a vast array of options to choose from. Roses are classic choices, offering a range of scents from light and fresh to rich and spicy. Consider incorporating different varieties to create a layered fragrance profile. David Austin roses, for example, are known for their old-world charm and intense perfume. Lavender is another must-have for any fragrant garden. Its soothing scent and silvery foliage add both aroma and visual interest. English lavender tends to be hardier in colder climates, while French lavender thrives in warmer areas. Plant lavender in drifts for maximum impact, both visually and aromatically. For a touch of exotic fragrance, consider planting some oriental lilies. These stunning flowers produce an intoxicating scent that can fill the entire front yard. They're perfect for adding height and drama to your flower beds. Just be sure to plant them where their fragrance can be appreciated, perhaps near a walkway or close to windows. Herbs are often overlooked in ornamental gardens, but they can be fantastic additions to fragrant flower beds. Rosemary, thyme, and sage not only smell wonderful, but also add interesting textures and colors to the landscape. Plus, they're practical. You can snip a few sprigs for cooking whenever you need them. When planning your fragrant flower bed, consider incorporating plants with different bloom time. This ensures that there's always something fragrant in your garden, from early spring through late fall. Spring-blooming hyacinths and daffodils can give way to summer's roses and lilies, followed by the sweet autumn clematis in the later months. Layering is key in creating a successful fragrant garden. Plant taller, more structural plants like lilies or tall roses towards the back of the bed. Mid-height plants like lavender and catmint can fill the middle ground, while low-growing fragrant ground covers like creeping thyme or sweet alyssum can spill over the edges of the bed. Don't be afraid to mix annuals and perennials in your fragrant flower bed. While perennials form the backbone of the garden, returning year after year, annuals can provide quick color and fragrance. Sweet peas, heliotrope, and stock are all wonderfully fragrant annuals, can fill in gaps and provide instant gratification. Consider the power of mass planting. A large drift of a single fragrant plant, lavender or Russian sage, can create a stunning visual impact while also producing a concentrated area of scent. This technique works particularly well in larger front yards where small bitty plantings might get lost. Vertical elements can add another dimension to your fragrant garden. Consider incorporating climbing plants like jasmine or climbing roses on trellises or arbors. These not only add height and interest to the garden, but also bring the fragrance up to nose level, making it easier to appreciate. When planning your fragrant flower bed, think about creating scent zones. Group plants with similar fragrances together, create distinct aromatic experiences as you move through the garden. For example, you might have a citrusy area with lemon verbena and scented geraniums, transitioning to a spicier zone with dianthus and carnation. Don't forget about foliage fragrance. Plants like scented geraniums, lemon verbena, and chocolate cosmos release their scent when their leaves are brushed again. Consider planting these along walkways or the edges of beds where people are likely to brush past them, releasing their aroma. Soil health is crucial for fragrant plants. Most prefer well-draining soil rich in organic matter. Before planting, amend your soil with compost or well-rotted manure to improve its structure and fertility. Consider the timing of fragrance release when planning your garden. Some plants, like gardenias, release their scent in the evening, while others are more fragrant during the heat of the day. By including a mix of both, you can ensure your garden is always perfumed, no matter the time of day. Don't overlook the power of container gardening in creating a fragrant front yard. Containers allow you to bring fragrance right up to your front door, porch. They're also great for experimenting with different plant combinations, or for growing more tender fragrant plants that might not survive in your garden bed. Now that we've covered plant selection, let's talk about layout. A well-designed flower bed has layers: taller plants in the back, medium-height plants in the middle, and shorter plants in the front. This not only looks better, but it also ensures that all your plants get the sunlight they need. Don't forget about foliage. While flowers are beautiful, they're often ephemeral. Foliage provides long-lasting color and texture. Mix plants with different leaf shapes, sizes, and colors to create interest even when nothing's blooming. Color is another important consideration. You could go for a monochromatic look, using different shades of the same color for a sophisticated, cohesive appearance. Or you might prefer a complementary color scheme, pairing colors from opposite sides of the color wheel for a bold, vibrant look. A third option is an analogous color scheme, using colors that are next to each other on the color wheel for a harmonious, natural feel. Remember, your flower bed doesn't have to be all flowered. Incorporating ornamental grasses can add movement and texture to your bed. Herbs can provide both visual interest and fragrance. And don't underestimate the power of hardscaping elements, like rocks or garden art, add year-round interest. Don't forget about the power of repetition in garden design. Repeating certain fragrant plants or colors throughout your flower bed can create a sense of cohesion and flow. This technique can be particularly effective in larger front yards where you want to guide the eye and the nose through the space. Texture is another important element to consider. Mixing plants with different leaf shapes and sizes can create visual interest even when plants aren't in bloom. Soft, silvery foliage of lavender, for example, can provide a beautiful contrast to the glossy leaves of gardenia. Consider the seasons when planning your fragrant garden. While summer is often the peak season for fragrant blooms, there are plants that can provide scent throughout the year. Witch hazel, for example, blooms in late winter, providing a sweet fragrance when most other plants are dormant. Lighting can play a crucial role in enhancing your fragrant garden, especially in the evening hours. Solar-powered landscape lights can illuminate pathways and highlight key plants, allowing you to enjoy your fragrant oasis even after the sun goes down. Don't overlook the power of fragrant ground covers. Plants like creeping thyme or sweet woodruff can create a carpet of scent underfoot. These are particularly effective along pathways or between stepping stones, releasing their fragrance when walked upon. Consider the impact of weather on fragrance. Many plants release their scents more strongly on warm, humid days. Others, like Nicotiana, are more fragrant in the evening. By including a diverse range of plants, you can ensure your garden is fragrant in a variety of conditions. Don't forget about winter interest in your fragrant garden. While many fragrant plants bloom in spring and summer, there are options for winter scent too. Witch hazel, winter honeysuckle, and certain varieties of daphne can provide fragrance even in the colder months. Consider creating a fragrant garden journal. This can be a wonderful way to track what works well in your space Note when different plants bloom and release their fragrance, and plan for future additions or changes to your garden. Thank you for joining us today on Outdoor Oasis Ideas. If you've enjoyed this exploration of fragrant gardens, please consider subscribing to our channel for more landscaping and gardening inspiration. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Until next time, happy gardening!